Here we have the refreshed 2024 Cadillac XT4. Now this one comes in the sport trim level with all-wheel drive, and we get the beautiful stellar black metallic, and then our interior consists of jet black with blue accent perforated leather. And our powertrain does carry over. We get a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder made into a 9-speed automatic transmission. But as we come around to the front end here, interesting look. I feel like they stole this from the Buick Enclave, and it kind of gives me Cadillac Lyric vibes as well, kind of like a hybrid between those two, where we get our LED headlamps along with LED daytime running lights. And I love the grille here. It reminds me of the Escalade. Very nice, that's black mesh. Coming around to the side, we do get these beautiful 20-inch aluminum wheels. I love the design. Now we get passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. And to the door panel itself, unlock, lock for the power door locks. Memory seat functions, just hit set the number that you want. And then we have one-touch automatic up and down windows for the front, express down windows for the back. Rear window lock is here. Then we have our power folding side mirrors, and we have blind spot monitors in those, and we can heat them when we need to as well. And then our power mirror controls are here. We can turn those on and off, and then use the dial to adjust them when either side is on. And then we have our power liftgate controls here, 3/4 off, and then max there. We can click that to open it. And then we have our power electronic parking brake here. So we just press it to engage and hit the brake, and then press it again to disengage. Brightness for the gauge cluster there. We have a manual tilt telescope steering wheel, so pull that down, that's the release, then you can adjust. And then let's go ahead and pop the hood. There's the release there. And then here's our power driver seat with 4-way power lumbar support, and then we also have massage function as well. But love the black, how these blue accents just make it pop. And I want to give a huge shout out to Cadillac of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this car today. I'll leave a link below in the description. Let's see if we can get a quick look at this window sticker. So y'all can pause anywhere you need to if you need to take a closer look at anything. Sorry about the glare. Hopefully you can see anything. If you have any questions about anything, just leave a comment in the description. I'll get to it. Or a comment below, excuse me. So $53,280 is the sticker price here. We're getting 23 city, 28 highway, EPA estimated. But let's go ahead and take a look at this rear seat room. So I have this seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3". I'm gonna squeeze in here for y'all, but not too much space back here for someone of my size, especially with the seat adjusted, but just with this panoramic roof, well, my head's actually touching the back of the ceiling here, so. But rear AC vents, 3-stage heated outboard seats for the back, and then USB-C, USB-A charge port there. Center seat folds down, bottle holders are right in there. Let's go ahead and make our way towards the back. So as we come around to the back end here, that pretty much carries over for the most part. Those LED signature lights. I love the integrated exhaust though. Looks very nice. There's a look underneath the vehicle. Let's go ahead and pop the lift gate here. So I like the cargo shade and how it kind of folds up, and it keeps the entire trunk space covered. But it looks like we have a tire inflator kit there. No side pockets to keep stuff from rolling around, but you do have a couple storage pockets there I guess you could use if you needed to. And there's also a 12-volt back there as well. Now to the fuel filler, click that. Premium's recommended but not required. It's basically for max power output. And then if you want to fold the seat flat, just do that. You can run longer objects from the back to the front. and pretty easy to just snap it back into place. And then our front passenger seat here, we get that massage function as well. And we'll get to the screen here momentarily, but I love how they did that. You got that kind of, I think it's a 33-inch screen there from left to right. And then I love how they just threw that trim in there. It makes it look very sophisticated. And then a side pocket in here, pretty good size. Lockable glove compartment there. That's also a pretty good size for the segment. But as we come around to the front here, let's go ahead and pop the hood. And there's that 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. So we'll test that out after a while. But again, interesting design for this refresh, in my opinion. Let's hop in the driver's seat. So, love the leather wrap steering wheel here. Love the padding, very thick, very comfortable feeling. But over to the radio here, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the home page. So we do get AM, FM, XM radio, along with Bluetooth audio. And then we also have wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility. And then I actually love the system. Pretty easy to set your favorites, adjust sound, all of that. So within each screen, you kind of have that flexibility. Now you do have Google Maps here, and this does require a subscription, but it's better than having to pay for the navigation if you don't use it. Of course, with the wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, you can just always run it off your phone. And then to connect that, pretty easy to do. Just go to Manage, Add, and it'll walk you right through it, give you instructions to pair from your phone. There's all of that. So for our settings, connections, that's how you can go through your Bluetooth or Wi-Fi connections. Vehicle settings are here. You have all of that available. Date, time, and then if you want to change anything, like your units or language, just go into the system, and then English, French, or Spanish, and then you have US or metric, and you can change all of that there. And then we do get dual zone automatic climate controls. I like using the screen here, but you do have buttons down here below, along with your 3-stage heated cooled front seats, parking sensors, hazards, lane keep assist with lane departure. But you can adjust fan speed. The screen's actually pretty quick, and then I like that you can adjust either side there, and then fan speed right there in the middle. Turn your auto on, and then you can turn that off. Adjust that fan speed, and then pretty easy to sync and unsync there, or you can just adjust that passenger side. And you can cut the whole system off here. And all of your settings are in here. You can set your auto fan speed from low to medium to high. And all of that there. So yeah, pretty neat system. There's our backup camera there. Great picture. Guidelines follow. So we turn the steering wheel. We can turn those on and off here. And then down to the shifter, hit this button, drive. You can tap for manual, tap up for neutral, and then hold the button, push all the way up for reverse, press P for park. And we have a USB-C, USB-A, and then a 12-volt here. So we can stow all that away. Cup holders. And then I like this knob here. We can actually use this to go through the screen if we don't want to use the touch screen. I like that you have that flexibility as well. You can either use the scroll bar, or you can just touch what you need to, or a combination of both. And our volume knob is right here. And then we have a shortcut for audio, for nav, for vehicle info, and then for the phone there. So home button, back button is here. And then we do have our drive modes we can toggle here: auto, stop, toggle, and traction control. So for the vehicle info, we could go in here, and I love the graphics. We can kind of spin the vehicle around and then decide, hey, I want to see tire pressure for the front right tire, or I want to see the oil life, things of that nature. Or you can just go into each sub-menu here and look at it that way. So pretty cool. Again, it's kind of that system that's been in the Escalade, and they're kind of slowly adding it to everything else GM is. So I like that. But for our drive modes, you click that there, and then we do get Sport, Off-Road, Tour, and then our all-wheel drive is kind of adjusted based on what we click there. Center console cubby space, removable tray, 12 volt back there. And then here are all of our buttons for the sunroof, universal garage door transmitter, sunglasses holder, and our OnStar is there. But a pretty big roof there. So we can one touch pull that power shade back, and then we can one touch slide the roof, and then hit it a second time to get it all the way back there. And then we can close it with a touch as well. There's a view of the back seat from up here. And then back to the steering wheel, blinkers, auto high beam toggles on the side there, and then we have low beams, corners, auto. We can turn the auto mode on and off there. And then windshield wiper controls are here one time, and then that's off, auto, low, high, and then we can adjust the auto sensitivity here. Our rear wiper intermittent on, off there, and then pull up for front wiper fluid, push back for the rear wiper fluid. And then for your high beams, you can just, when those are on, the low beams are on, you can just toggle the high beams there and then flash there. And then we'll test those paddle shifters out when we go on the test drive. Cruise controls here, so we can toggle that, set speed, cancel, turn the system off. Heated steering wheel toggles right there. And then the gap adjust for the forward collision alerts right there. Bluetooth button also serves as a mute, voice recognition, and then we can go through our track list or radio station presets here, and then volume controls are here, and then we have Bluetooth shortcut, audio shortcut, and when you hit that audio shortcut, you can go through your actual sources there with a scroll bar, and then you can click it. But look at the Google Maps. Of course, we need a subscription for that, so that's not set up yet, but I like that we could change the view of the gauges, and then again, having that trip meter there that we can scroll through is nice to have. And then we do have push button start. I almost forgot to mention, I'll say so in the actual test drive, but that AKG sound system, 19 speakers. And finally, here's our key fob with remote start, and then we have that power liftgate button as well. Hit that twice. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2024 XT4 Sport all-wheel drive out on the road for a test drive.